What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Nio, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. Here we are, last video of the year. Before we get into the topic of Nio today, I just want to say a major thank you to all of you who have subscribed and watched my content this year. You, my audience, has once again doubled in size with 1,769 strong, and we are closing the year at 3,289 watch hours, which is just mind-blowing, at least to me, right? So the next unlock for the channel, and this is the big one, comes at 4,000 watch hours to get fully monetized. I'm going to need all of your help next year to make that happen. Watch an extra video, share with your friends, play your favorite video and repeat, whatever works, right? And keep in mind that this marks 4 years on YouTube. So let's make 2025 the year full monetization is unlocked. Now, I will say that with monetization and the channel fully unlocked comes more benefit to you all, including additional ways to connect with me. So it would be a win-win situation. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's dive into Nio. It has been about a month since I covered them. The price action has remained fairly flat, but there were some pretty big announcements in December alone. And so in today's video, I'll go over the latest news around Nio, including the buyback announcement that dropped just this week. We'll then take a look at the latest analyst ratings, some notable changes here, and I'll close with my thoughts and what I'm personally doing as far as buying, holding, or selling. As always, this is not to be taken as financial advice, as I am not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and the thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on anything pertinent I will be sharing. Drop the video an early like if you haven't already, and smash that subscribe button. Those are 2 easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. So looking at the past week, the stock is up 1.82%, and as we look at the past month, total gains are 2.28%. Green is green, so I'll take it. But as I said earlier, the stock has been pretty flat since this summer. That said, Nio as a business has been pulling all the right levers, right? If you missed my last video covering some of the past announcements, you can catch it here. But for December, there are 3 big announcements to be aware of. We'll work our way backwards, starting with the most recent one and possibly the most impactful as we head into 2025. I'm referring to, of course, Nio's announcement to buy back its senior convertible notes. The news dropped right after Christmas on December 26th. If you read the announcement, you might still walk away a bit confused, so let's simplify things with the main takeaways. Every holder of those notes will have the option to liquidate their position by having Nio buy back the note at full price plus accrued interest. The window for note holders to exercise this option starts on Monday, December 30th, and will run through January 30th, 2025. And the actual repurchase transaction by Nio will take place on February 1st, 2025. So people have from December 30th, 2024 all the way up to January 30th, 2025 to exercise those options. Now, there are 3 main benefits here. The first one is to Nio holders, as they can now cash in on their long-term investment if they choose to do so by recouping their initial investment plus interest. The second is to Nio, as it is reducing its overall debt and the interest payout it will have to do on a go-forward basis. This is good from a balance sheet management standpoint. And the third is the outward perception to the market and current and future note holders, right? Nio is making good on its debt, which in turn projects confidence in their ability to service their debt. That's always a good thing. Now, on the flip side, it is worth noting that should everyone impacted decide to exercise their right to cash out, we're looking at Nio paying out just over $378 million in Q1 next year. That's a decent amount, right? And because it's not insignificant, it would definitely take a chunk out of their cash reserves. For a company, and this is really the third point here, for a company that is not yet profitable, the market could interpret this as a negative and further punish the stock price. Either way, this is big news and something to monitor as we get into January next year. We'll get our first read on the market on Monday, so tomorrow, and it will be interesting to see how this impacts the price action. The second major piece of news is the reveal of the first Firefly model to be launched in Europe. This is Nio's sub-brand with a price point of $20,000 and a compact hatchback design, which is perfect for the European market. It's pretty stylish and I'm definitely a fan. It's too bad that it's not coming to the US, at least not for now. This Firefly will first launch in China in April of 2025 with a quick follow sometimes after for the Euro market, but still within the first half of 2025. This model seems to have been very well received, judging by the sign-up rate Nio is experiencing through their Firefly app. Last, but certainly not least, is the announcement by Nio earlier this month on partnering with MasterCard. Yes, the MasterCard. This is a big deal, right? As this is aimed primarily at customers outside of China as Nio continues its global expansion. The goal here is to build, and I quote, in-vehicle payment functions for Nio users, realizing seamless in-vehicle payments for charging, parking, access, shopping, and other expenses to create a more convenient and efficient travel experience for users around the world, end of quote. People love convenience, right? Not to mention that gaining access to the extensive MasterCard network and their partners worldwide is a big win for Nio's customers. And so think about the various loyalty programs that MasterCard offers that will now potentially be available to Nio buyers. That's definitely a value prop that's attractive, right? The bottom line here is simply this. As a business, Nio continues to deliver for its client base and doing whatever it can to bring more value and expand the brand globally to a broader audience. And that in itself is positive for long-term growth. Now, as we turn to analyst ratings, the stock is rated a moderate buy, made up of 12 ratings, and the breakdown is as follows. We have 6 buy ratings versus 8 prior, 4 hold ratings, no changes here, and 2 sell rating versus 1 prior. The high end of the range is unchanged at $8.90. The low end has dropped slightly from $4 to now $3.90. The average price target has also dropped from $6.31 to now $5.99. This implies a nearly 34% increase from the current level, which is notable, so definitely worth paying attention to. Now, delivery numbers for December are just around the corner here, dropping on Wednesday, January 1st. This could make next week quite interesting. So we have some solid news that dropped and potentially another catalyst in the form of the December delivery numbers. And as I was recording this, we also just got confirmation of 2 more new models for the Envo lineup next year. So lots of good things happening here. For all intents and purposes, this should make me bullish on Nio, right? The answer is yes and no. I'm bullish on the company as a whole and its prospect for the long term, and I do think they will grow further throughout 2025. But as I reflect back on 2024, Nio is down just over 50%, and this was in a climate where geopolitical tension between the US and China was relatively low. With the new administration in the US taking office in early January, I do expect things to get a bit more challenging for Chinese stocks like Nio. Which brings me to what I'm personally doing. I've told you in previous videos that my focus over the next 6 months, looking forward, has shifted to the crypto space. And as such, I have now reduced my Nio position and moved a big part of my capital into crypto, notably Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Shiba, Pepe, and Cardano. From a stock portfolio perspective, Tesla is where I hold the largest non-crypto position, and I fully expect Tesla to have a solid year in 2025 for partially the same reason I have reduced my Nio position. The incoming administration and the role Elon will play in that. Now, to be clear, this is not a complete 180 from the last time we spoke, right? It's more of a pivot to more quickly build my crypto positions along with Tesla. And over the next few months, I'll build my Nio position back to where it was, if not greater. The bottom line here is this. I have rebalanced my portfolio to enter 2025 ready to capitalize on a next leg up of the crypto bull run before all the gains fizzle away. Nio is definitely more of a longer term play, and I do think I will have more time to reaccumulate my position at either the same entry point as today or even a bit lower. Time will tell if I was correct in my decision, but that's how I see it today. And on that note, that is it for me today. If you found value in my content, click the like button and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. And if you feel so inclined, use the thanks button at the bottom of the screen. For my newcomers, subscribe, it's free, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday for my weekly video and possibly during the week for an extra one. Till then, you can keep up with me here on X for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching, stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.